Here are the eggs, right here. There's 4 eggs. You make a well with 2½ cups of flour. And you
Darius,
beat
stand
4
on the other
eggs
side,
Stand
Darius.
the other side.
in a bowl. You get,
Garbage.
have like maybe
Leave the garbage open, please.
a little, a spoonful of Crisco. Spoonful of Crisco.
Beep, beep.
Just about this much. Look,
Okay.
because you're not making a full batch, you're just making a quarter of a batch, so that's more than enough.
Alright.
And you get maybe like a quarter of a cup of sugar. A quarter of a cup of sugar. Sugar in, right? Quarter of a cup of sugar. So you work it, just go and the sugar together. You work your sugar and your Crisco together in the well. Come on, beat the egg. Take my ring off. I'm going to have the ring in the. We are making strudel. I don't know if I mentioned it. Okay, beat the egg, Good enough. Now put a little too much. A half of that spoon, half a spoon of vanilla.
We'll get them as soon as you come down. Hurry up.
I'm turning the wrong way.
I know. It won't open. Ah, okay. Alright. Half of it.
Yeah. Put in the egg. Put in the egg.
Tell me when to stop.
The egg. Okay, go ahead. Half a teaspoon of vanilla. A little more. Good. Okay, in the egg.
Oh, what's it?
Okay, now stir it around. Okay, usually, and Joe does not put this in, but I put in a little baking powder.
Are you supposed to put it in?
There's a reason for it.
What's the reason?
And I put 2 teaspoons of, well, all right, 2 teaspoons of baking powder in the well. Okay, now pour the egg
In there?
a little bit at a time in the well until I work it in,
You got to go to the other side.
like this. See, just put a little bit in. Okay, okay, then you work it in. As soon as you work this part in, and you put a little more and a little more until you get rid of all the eggs. That's 4 eggs. You're putting 4 eggs in here. Okay. See? As you're working it, you're picking up a little bit of the flour that's around it.
Looks like scrambled eggs.
Okay. Now you put a little more egg, and you just keep putting a little more flour. Just make sure your well doesn't break, because if your well breaks, you're going to have a leak in the dike, and you can't catch it in a hurry. Okay, that looks good. You put a little more egg. Okay.
It's like a nice volcano.
Yeah, Mount Vesuvius. Okay, good. Push the flour up. Should consume really all the flour that you poured into it, which would be 2½ cups of flour. Okay, a little more. And you emptied out your eggs. The eggs are gone. Okay, so now you work it all in. Work it all in. Now the best part to get a good product is to make sure you knead it right. The kneading has...
Laying your way, Savvy?
That's all right.
See how you get rid of the Crisco, and you got rid of your sugar and the vanilla and all that. Okay, so you keep pushing it in, getting closer and closer. This way you're working in the flour. See, the flour keeps working in. This is an old Italian dish, well, not dish, but old Italian dessert we use for the holidays like Christmas, New Year. And then let's work down through all the different,
Generations.
yeah, generations.
Am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to tell them how to make a well and thing in class?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, that's what you do.
That's right. That's why you're watching me. This way in class you could tell them how it was done. They say, well, how'd you come to these? And this is what you have to tell them, how you got to it. So you have to mix up all the flour like this, and keep kneading it and kneading it until you get rid of all the flour. And if you feel it's a little sticky, you put a little more flour. It doesn't have to mean that you call it 2.5 cups, if that's all you have to put in. Just as long as you get the right texture.
It's good.
You could cut that now. You could cut until you get to the next step.
Cut that.
Okay? You have to go. And the thing is to knead the dough. You knead it with this part of your hand. You don't knead it with your fingers. With the bottom of your hand like this, go like this, and roll it, and roll it. Okay? Roll it. Okay. Pull in all the stuff that's on your counter. See? You knead it, and you knead it, and you knead it.
And
You do
after
this
you do
until
really need it.
it's nice and smooth, like velvet. No, it's not velvet yet. You'll see it. You'll know when it's velvet. Well, this makes about 10 patties.
That's good.
Just enough for 5 for your father and 1 each for you.
Get into the act.
We had a marble one like this.
That's what I told your mother, and she
I
says no.
remember it. It was like
We
white
have
and
marble.
grayish.
That's right.
It was
She's
white
done
and
it.
grayish.
That's right, the marble.
That, we have,
Eat it, and you feel like it's smooth and velvety feeling. Then what you do is you cut like this, and if you see the little bubbles in there when you open it, then you could do a little more bubbles. And if you see like it's a little more airy, then it's done.
Wait, if it has bubbles
If
in
it has like there's air in it, like it's fluffy,
Yeah.
fluffy. So you need a little more until you find a little more bubbles in there, like, when you cut it. It has to look like it's bubbled and light. In a little while it should be done. So what you do is now, you get a bowl. Get another bowl. No, get a clean bowl. Or a tupper, something that would fit over this. Or, better still, get
you want Tupperware?
something that could cover this now.
How's this here? Look, yeah, that's a good idea. You put this whole thing here like this. How's this, Mama?
That's it.
And then you just, it doesn't matter. Then you cover it, so it covers it. See? It's got it covered.
You're dirtying a lot of things that you don't have
Oh,
to.
okay. All right, so what do you want?
So let's put all into a small bowl.
Yeah.
Get a small bowl. Most of it. Get that thing. Okay, now you cut it again, and see we got 2 more air bubbles. See those little bubbles in here? See, that means I would say it would be good enough to work. So then you put it over here, and you cover it. You cover it, and you try to get rid of all the ingredients that you used. Put everything away, because I'm going to start with something else. Put this in the closet.
Yeah, I think you can stop.
Okay, you can put this away. This goes in the refrigerator. Put this away. And this. Now we prepare our deep fryer with the oil, Mazola oil I use. and it has to be enough of oil to cover the little Struffoli that you fried. You should put it on high.
Here, Dad.
And, okay, that should be enough.
So that the strudel will have to be submerged?
Right.
You want it on simmer?
No, it has to be on high. And right now, you don't put it on anything until you
I know it's on.
connect it.
It's on and off.
Okay. Connect it.
It's stuck.
Okay.
Want me to take it out?
No, it's okay.
Do you need to move that more towards the center, or you leave it there on the, okay.
Right? And you gotta get a couple of, get a platter, a couple of platters or something like that.
Okay, go ahead.
Where? Right there, right?
No.
Platter.
This. Oh, no, a dish. A
Oh,
dish.
a dish you want?
A
Okay.
dish.
Please, Dad. Here you go.
Now you take a piece of dough and you flatten, Daria, you flatten it out. You make it as thick, an eighth of an inch to a quarter of an inch thick. That's it. That should get 2 minutes more.
Smaller.
You make it about an inch. No, you make it about, like I said, an eighth of an inch to a quarter of an inch thick. You roll it out.
Is this good?
Very good. So now, I want to cut on the counter because I don't want to mess with the counter. So, okay, as you do this, you cut little strips like this. Get yourself another board. Where's the other board?
Where's the other board?
Oh, here it is. Get the board. Here.
What do you want?
Now what you do is get one of these little strips, you roll it out like this. Roll it out. Make a little round snake out of it, okay. And then you just clip off a little, like this.
Like this? It looks funny.
No, that's flat, you roll it out.
Alright.
You make them small, like this. Then you put them in a little platter like this until you got enough there to throw them in the deep fryer.
Okay.
Right now, you just have to keep working on this, okay? Now see if you could do this while I cut this.
Okay.
And that's how the procedure goes. Cut strips and roll them out. You gotta hurry, because once the dough gets hard, then you're gonna have trouble rolling it.
Done with this too?
Okay. Stretch it out as you're rolling it. Okay, here we go. These are a little bigger than usual. Usually we make them smaller than this. But being we're in a hurry today, we just make them a little bigger.
So, what's the next step?
These are what you cut. You cut these little bit of things.
Okay.
Then you put them in deep fry on high and make them very light, as light as you can.
Okay.
Just leave it here to let it drain a bit, and then you get yourself a paper bag, so if there's any excess oil, it will absorb in the paper bag.
Okay.
Just get them and just dump them in here. Just dump them all in there. And now you put down the next batch.
Should I get them?
Struffoli, you put them in here. Just put about a half a dish at a time because you can't bunch them up. Yeah. You always cover your, cut a piece of it, that's too big to roll.
Is this good, Daddy?
That's small.
The strips?
Holy.
Or you roll?
Dough to make it flat, so you can cut thin strips.
Yeah, but this is not rolled flat,
That's
right?
all right, so you just, as you're cutting it, you just, as you're cutting
Danny,
it.
this is
you make
leaking.
it-
This is leaking.
Oh, that's not supposed to be leaking. Let me see if I can tighten it. No, okay. Just try not to get it wet. Okay. The color, I'm going to show you the color. It's supposed to be golden, a golden color. These are a little big. We make them smaller than that, but like I mentioned before, we're in a hurry because it's Darius' project for school. It's an old Italian tradition, and she wants to bring it to the classroom to show the kids in school how it's done. There's more, see? Just leave them here, let them drain. A few seconds.
And is this good?
Very good. Okay. Paper bag. If a few of them fall in the oil, just take them out, otherwise it's going to get burned and the oil will get very dark.
Do you need more milk?
Come on, girls, get moving, girls, fast.
See?
Catching up.
I gotta put the sauce in the macaroni.
Dad, put the sauce in the macaroni.
No, Daddy can't.
Okay.
Okay. Continuing on our Struffoli preparations.
This is the last
Last phase.
phase of the strudel. We'll put some honey in here. Put some honey.
Did you want strudel? I mean the stromboli?
A little bit.
We'll put like half a jar of honey, no, a third of a jar of honey. Put in some sugar, some water, and some almonds. Now you keep stirring this until it bubbles up.
Brown the almonds.
Now, the almonds should have been browned before I put them in the fry pan.
Okay.
But we didn't have time to do that today, so we just put plain almonds in it.
Sorry, could you keep them?
What's the matter? Oh, quiet? Okay.
How it go? What are these two doing? Live on the artichokes.
Right here.
Do you eat these while they're in the closet?
No.
You?
Yeah. Why they was?
Yeah, but they didn't look as much as we made.
I didn't eat. I just took like 5.
Oh, all right. I knew there was 5 missing.
What's the dollar?
Mom, you gonna be on here?
Oh, wow. You see where it bubbles up?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That bubbles up like this. Let it get a little, a little more.
The best way to make artichokes. Eat all of it.
Right.
Mm.
I'm not even working on artichoke.
No licking. Just eat almond. This is the best way.
Oh, okay, now, the strudel that you have in the paper bag, you dump them in the fryer and fry. That's it.
Hold, put that one up.
Now, you keep stirring them until they get tacky.
Now,
You
look.
And don't let them burn. You have to keep stirring and stirring, otherwise they're going to burn.
Put it in.
Now, if you had a bigger batch, would you do that a couple of times?
Yes. According to how much your batch is. There's one batch, so it only
Is
fits
there any
in
more
the
in there?
pan. Whoa,
Whoa.
whoa.
What happened?
So, Sally, you want to wet that counter for me? Because we're going
Okay,
to put
just
them on
cold
there.
water?
Yeah, but just with your hands, just make it wet, you know?
Okay.
Not anything too soggy.
I'll move this.
Right. Take that paper out of it.
wet, okay.
Of the Struffoli?
Huh?
Remember when we were in the beginning making the Struffoli?
Yeah.
I had a
Ruba.
Oh, that's when you have to make the artichokes. So what are you waiting for?
I don't know.
Just make a strudel, it's not even Christmas.
I know, it's delicious.
Just keep them stirring and stirring until you get rid of all the liquid. All the liquid has gotten rid of. They have to be tacky. When you see they get stringy, that means they're done.
They will eventually get stringy.
Yes. Keep turning them, they will.
Want me to turn them for you?
No, it's okay. I'm doing okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
Did you have any artichokes, Robert?
No, not yet.
Oh, boy.
I'm not gonna be any left by the time you get it.
Daria? Daria?
The other thing was love it tastes. I don't know. I can't explain it. I never knew that you put cinnamon in there.
Supposed to cook the almonds and skin them and toast the almonds, but I didn't do that. I just put the...
Is that okay? Are you want to like them?
Sounds good. Okay, in a little while now, we're gonna go put them on the wet counter and make them get patty. But this is gonna be... You know what to do? Okay, on the counter there.
Right here?
Okay, now that they got sticky, as you can see, they're very sticky. Now you go on to a wet counter. You go to a counter over here where it's wet. You wet the counter. Not too much, just make it this way they don't stick on the counter. And you dump them on the counter like this. You dump them on the counter. Now never touch them with your hands until they're ready to. So now you just,
They're very hot.
they're very hot. Now what you do is just make little mounds like this, pull it out until they're ready to touch by hand. Now Daria, get the little confetti over there, the little confetti. Okay. Now what we do is now you wet your hands, and as soon as I pack it together, then you put the sprinkles down before they get hard. But a little bit at a time, move over. You just make little mounds. And always wet your hands, make sure you wet your hands are always wet because they're very cold, they're very hot.
Is that good enough?
Very good. Wait a minute. Okay.
Don't let anything fall out. Don't let it on the floor when you got a job.
Bobby, you want one?
Yeah.
Oh, look.
Remember that. How much you get out of it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Doesn't look like 21.
No.
it's excellent.
We made smaller. That was small.
Oh, you leave them there until they cool off?
Leave them there until they dry. In fact, if you leave them overnight, you're better off.
Good. Just leave them and then
Yeah,
tomorrow morning we can put them in a plate, okay?
no. I don't know if the sprinkles will stay in the counter.
No, they won't.
I don't know.
I just want to thank Nanny for making the Struffoli's for Daria so she can have them for her school project. Okay, and this also will be in the annals of history. We will have this forever and ever. Annals as a memorial to the great Nanny Giarraffa.
All right, yeah. Okay, let's see, take a bow.
Think about Mom. Look
Over
up there.
here. Very nice. Good job.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, good.
It's a project. I mean, you know. Leave it, Mom. I don't think these are